Orphan Train Rider, One Boy's True Story. Chapter 3, Life in the Orphanage. 70 years later, Lee can still recall what life was like in the Jefferson County Orphan Asylum. One of my chief memories is of hunger. Many nights I went to bed with my stomach growling. The food I remember eating the most was potatoes. We never got fresh vegetables or fruits. We never got a piece of candy. Both Leo and I were thin. Lee still has a scar on his arm where another boy stabbed him with a fork when Lee reached for a biscuit. Hunger was also used as punishment. Children who misbehaved were denied a meal. That meant Lee often did not eat. My temper was a problem for me, Lee says. I was always getting into fights. But even though I would have to miss a meal, I think my temper saved me. I struck back at the world with my fist when I was being put down. I refused to believe I was worthless. Orphanage children attended the local town school and were often teased or bullied by other children there. If someone insulted Lee, saying that he needed a haircut, or that his shirt had holes in it, or that he was no good because you ain't got no mama, he would lash out. Lee was punished almost every day for fighting. He would be left alone in a tiny room for hours, made to drink bitter-tasting castor oil, or sent to bed without supper. The adults in charge did not beat the children as they did at some orphanages, but they never showed the children any affection either. They spoke to us very sternly, Lee says. We were always being ordered around, told to stand here or line up there. We had to march in line wherever we went. We lived off charity, wearing cast-off clothing people gave us. Our only gift at Christmas was an apple or orange. We had no future. It would have been easy to give in to hopelessness. Lee did not give in. He cared for Leo the best he could and defended any smaller child who was being bullied. But he acquired a deep mistrust of adults. What I learned was that all adults lied to you, he says. Our father had deserted us. Our other relatives didn't care about us. The people running the orphanage did only what they had to for us. I came to distrust anything an adult told me. Though Lee often thought about running away, he stayed because Leo was too young to go with him, and there was no one else to watch out for him. Lee would lie awake at night wondering why no one came to visit them, and he vowed that as soon as possible he would get himself and Leo out to the orphanage and find his brothers and sister. Then one day in 1926, almost 2 years after their arrival at the orphanage, Lee, Leo, and some other children were told something amazing. They were going to ride a train. I had dreamed of being a train engineer, Lee says. I had seen trains puffing along in the distance, and I had always wanted to ride on one. I thought it would mean adventure, so I was real excited. What no one bothered to tell us kids was that the train was supposed to take us to find something I didn't want, a new family. That wasn't any ordinary train we were going to ride. It was an orphan train. And that concludes Chapter 3 of Orphan Train Rider, One Boy's True Story.